Jewish leaders in Kiev say that Moscow has launched a campaign to portray Ukraine as a nest of anti-Semitism. Eminent scholar on anti-Semitism, Professor Robert Wristrich, told IBA's Ari O'Sullivan that despite reports to the contrary, he believes Russian President Vladimir Putin is a sincere Philosemite.
There was a very intense propaganda barrage, which in the Russian media sought to present Ukraine as a nest of neo-Nazis, dangerous fascists, and anti-Semites. And partly this, of course, was to prepare people for the notion that Russia was intervening to protect threatened ethnic minorities, Russian-speaking, Russophone ethnic minorities, but also Jews, which was something of an innovation. I think this is probably the first time in Russian history that a ruler, in this case Vladimir Putin, has actually used what we could call, quote unquote, a philo-Semitic motif in order to justify an annexationist policy.
The Jews of Ukraine seem to dismiss the calls by Putin and Russia that there's a growing anti-Semitism in the Ukraine. What do you think?
First of all, Putin, in comparison with his predecessors, even with Mr. Gorbachev, who was probably the most liberal of all, is the first leader of Russia that I would say has shown real consideration for what he defines as Jewish interests, and who has reached out to certain movements, particularly Chabad, which has been very much supported and encouraged under Putin's rule. It's also true that in terms of religious freedom, in terms of the needs, the communal needs of Jews in Russia, this has been a supportive government. This does seem largely a propaganda offensive by Russia, but that doesn't take away from the fact that Putin, in terms of Russian history, is probably the first ruler of Russia who, I would say, has lent a protective hand to its Jewish community. That is a fact.
Is there anything positive to be said about Putin's denunciation of anti-Semitism, or is this just expediency on his part?
Yes, I think it is primarily. But here again, I would add one qualifier, which may be significant. It is a fact that in recent years, Putin has repeatedly made clear that he regards religion as a very important, cohesive element in society. With regard to the Jewish religion, I think that that's probably genuine, that he sees respect for the Jewish religion as being going very well hand in hand with his encouragement of Orthodox Christianity. And the fact that Orthodox Christianity had a long anti-Jewish tradition doesn't really affect things, because he sees the interest of the state to protect not only Jews, but I would say give a sense to other ethnic groups within a multi-ethnic state that they are better off with Russia.
A state of emergency has